There has been many friends, family, and experiences that have been a huge part of my personal and leadership development throughout my life.
So, for a moment of about 5 years in my life, when I was finishing up middle school and heading into high school, I watched my Aunt Laura struggle and fight her battle with brain cancer, and then ended up losing and passing away my freshman year in high school. This was really a defining moment when I truly discovered who I was and who I wanted to be.
I will never forget when my Aunt Laura came to the time where she was close to passing, how scared I was to face the emotion and the process of grieving. And once she did pass away, I ended up drowning in that emotion for about 2 years and really being lost to finding out who I was. But after really getting back on my feet, probably my senior year in high school, I was able to look back and take off all the emotion I was feeling and see the independent and passionate woman that I was at the moment, and to see the potential of how much growth I had. And that was really exciting because that was when I made the choice to come to K-State, and also decide that the person that I really wanted to strive to be at my time at K-State was a woman of faith and love to everyone in my life.
The second most defining moment in my leadership development is when I served as recruitment vice president for ADPI, and through that there was a lot of change and a lot of planning I was doing and making, and I presented that through workshops, and I realized that there was a really negative feedback from that, and with that I got a really overwhelming feeling of feeling really broken down and really vulnerable, and thinking that I was ruining relationships with friends through this. And so I had to really reflect and realize that my weakness was how I was approaching it, and that my fault was that I just assumed everyone would attach onto the ideas and get excited to the ideas that I was presenting as I was, instead of really considering their perspective. And so with that, I really learned how to seek feedback and facilitate that at those workshops, as well as really reaching out to my advisor to coach me and to be really teachable, and to continue that relationship to develop my leadership. From this experience, I really realized that I was passionate about leadership for change and leadership for a bigger vision. And I also really realized and gained the confidence that I was ready to take on other roles, and I was ready to lead because I felt that vulnerability, and I learned how to deal with it. And I learned how to reach out and get that perspective from others that I had been missing.
Finally, my role and work with K-State Proud was probably the most rewarding and valuable experience I have ever had. It was cool because I had the opportunity to step into a leadership role where I already felt like all the skills and awareness and knowledge of myself I knew, and so I could go in and really do my job, but also sit back and really see the full circle of my development to impact happen, as well as just kind of process through what the bigger meaning of leadership was to me and how I wanted to continue that in my life. So really through this role, I realized that the contribution that I wanted to make is real to help people realize the importance of giving, and I don't mean philanthropically, I mean giving to organizations or relationships, things bigger than themselves. And I think that I'll continue to do this in my career and in my life by practicing this every day.
Experiencing these 3 moments and having time to really reflect on them all again throughout this semester, I was able to identify what stage in the leadership identity development model I was going through each of these times. So with my Aunt Laura, losing her, I really saw myself going through the awareness and exploration stages. With my role in ADPI, I saw leader identified in the leadership differentiated stage. And finally with K-State Proud and wrapping everything up as a senior, I've seen myself go through the generativity and integration stages. So I want to thank you guys for being a part of my development, and good luck to all of you, and I know that the future holds great things for all of us after K-State.